So welcome to this live. This is from chronic to cured. This is my personal recovery story. Okay, how I went from chronic autoimmune symptoms to cured using this one method that gave me my life back. And that is no word of a lie. And I'm going to be sharing that with you throughout this live today about how I did it and how you can too. That is the most important part of this live, is about you guys. You are what are important to me here. Okay? Now, this is something that even when you feel like you've tried everything and you've lost hope, what I'm sharing with you today is for you, and it is going to give you back that hope by the end of it. I promise you. I know that's a big thing to say, but that's just me. It's all about that belief. I know it. I've lived it. You guys can too. Now I'm just going to, hi Alana, lovely for you to jump on. Thank you for coming on. So just a quick overview of today's live. I'll be touching on who is this live for, okay? Who is this live for? It's who I work with, it's who I help, it's who needs this information. I'll be touching on my recovery story, of course, as well as the 4-step method that changed my life. And I kid you not, it has changed my life as well as others around the world. And I do have an exciting announcement at the end of the live, so please make sure you stay all the way onto the end for this special announcement. It might have something to do with my brand new book that you're seeing up there, which is full of incredible gold. And I will be taking Q&As at the end, but we are limited for time, but I really will be answering any questions you have at the end of the live. And I'll be coming back on to answer your questions if I've missed any as well, because your comments, you guys are what's important here. Now, I really would love to know where you are. Where are you guys at right now with your level of wellness? Let me know. I've got 3 options here. Are you a 1, a 2, or a 3? And in the comments, pop a 1, a 2, or a 3 in there. Are you a 1? Are you managing your symptoms pretty well? You're no worse, but you're no better. You're feeling generally positive. You're able to get things done and you're feeling some energy and you're able to work. If that sounds like you, pop a 1 in the comments for me. Or are you a 2? Are you struggling to cope with your symptoms? They're getting a bit on top of you. They're weighing you down. Your energy is all over the place. You're only managing some tasks and you're only able to work part-time. If that's you, pop a 2 in the comments below. Or are you a 3? Now, if you're a 3, you're likely joining me from, if you are joining me, from your bed. You're bed-bound, house-bound. Your symptoms are just getting worse. They're overwhelming you. You're struggling to have a shower pretty much most days, unable to work at all, and you're generally finding it hard to feel any positivity. If that sounds like you, pop that in the comments as well. I want to hear from all of you, wherever you are on your level of wellness. I have been all 3. I resonate with all 3 of these, and so I resonate with wherever you are at right now in your level of health. And we've got some beautiful ladies saying they're doing pretty well at the moment. That's great. We've got quite a few 1s. So that's really, really good, guys. It's good to hear that you're doing pretty well at the moment. And it's pleasing to see. If you're a 2 or a 3, if you're watching on the replay, this is really goes, even for you guys with the 1, you will still see amazing results and improvements from what I share with you today. Hi, Tiffany. Lovely for you to jump on. You're a 2, are you? Okay, I resonate with that. I absolutely resonate with being a number 2. It's the fluctuating symptoms. You can never get any consistency. Is that right, Tiffany? Okay, I'm with you there. Absolutely. This live is for career mums who are sick of the constant fatigue, brain fog, and all of the other chronic fatigue, thyroid symptoms that come with it. And you're juggling work and the kids and you've got no energy. This is for you if you've spent hundreds on tests and medical help with no improvement on your symptoms. Or if you're feeling frustrated with the fluctuating symptoms every day and no real answers as to how to relieve them, and you've tried everything. How many doctors have you been to? How many tests have you had? Does this resonate with anybody? Or you just want to feel normal and enjoy quality time with your kids, your family, your friends without needing to rest, or you're just running on empty all of the time. Does anyone resonate with this? Put in the comments, #FedUp. If you are fed up with spending thousands on tests and going to doctors and not getting any improvement in your symptoms, put in the comments, #OverIt. If you are frustrated with the inconsistency that comes with managing your autoimmune symptoms. And oh, sorry about that. I'm trying to get rid of any dings happening. Put in the comments if you are over that, because I would be too, and I was for a very long time. And it's ultimately ends up being the driver. It can be just feeling that fed up, over it, you've had enough. Tiffany's absolutely over it, fed up, yep. So is Trish. Yeah, and we all have our good days and bad days, but yeah, you're just over it, over the inconsistency. I'm with you there, okay? I absolutely am with you guys. And there's hope though, okay? This is how I went from chronic to cured, even when I was told there was nothing more I could do. Even when I was told there was nothing more I could do, okay? This is me when I was about 12. I was a little chubby, but I was a reasonably happy child, okay? But I suffered with regular tonsillitis. Did anyone else, #me too in the comments, if you regularly suffered with bouts of tonsillitis? Is very common, especially anyone dealing with autoimmune symptoms as an adult. It often started with things that were happening as a child, you know, constant viruses, tonsillitis. Put a #me2 in the comments if that resonates, because that was me. I've still got my tonsils. It was amazing, but I've got big pockets in them now, and I just suffered constantly. I also struggled with bulimia, with an eating disorder, from about the age of 16 onwards, and not knowing at the time that I had self-image issues, and being slightly chubby. I loved my food. I was addicted to junk food, but I didn't know it. I was very, naive, vulnerable, and I thought I could enjoy the food and not put on weight. Okay? Does not happen that way. Does not happen at all. And I've struggled with bouts of that for the next 20 odd years. Does anyone resonate with that? Struggle with food. It's terrible. Anyway, there is hope. There is hope, guys. Diagnosed with Hashimoto's thyroiditis from 1999, I was. Hashimoto's is an underactive thyroid, but your body's also producing antibodies like it's attacking itself, okay? That's where autoimmune comes in. It just means that science and medicine haven't yet worked out or been able to clarify what the body is attacking. I personally feel like the body's too smart to just be attacking itself. There is something in there going on, which I now know is to do with the root causes of what's causing all of these autoimmunes as well, which I'll touch on later. Yes, okay, Michelle, you've been dealing with that too. And Tiffany went to the doctor and ended up leaving with 4 appointments scheduled. I know, it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating. You're just wanting answers, aren't you? And what they're not telling you is how much you can actually help yourself at home. That's what they're not telling you. That's what I am here to help you with, okay? You have incredible power and ability to help yourself, okay? I managed the Hashimoto's pretty well, and I was still reasonably active. I took medication, so that kept my levels balanced. I was pretty silly, social, that's me, pretty silly. I played sport, I played golf, and I'm a songwriter. I loved writing music. And I had rare bouts of bulimia and eating issues over the course of that time as well. But everything really, okay, shit hit the fan, very, very big. Between 2013 and 2015, that's where I developed chronic fatigue while I was caring for my late husband, Matthew. Matthew is there pictured in 2015, my beautiful late husband, with our daughter, Eleanor, who was 5 at the time. He was diagnosed with young onset dementia in 2013, which was triggered by a traumatic brain injury that 9 years prior, he was exposed to a car bomb explosion in Iraq during a tour in Iraq. At the time, we didn't think that anything had occurred. We thought he came out relatively unscathed, although he was knocked unconscious for moments. But 9 years later, this brain degeneration, excuse me, it ate away at his brain, and he was 36 years old when he passed away. He lasted 2 years from the diagnosis. And Ellie was only 5 at the time as well. So as you can imagine, when people hear that, they think it's any wonder you were under that level of stress. And I realise that too. Stress is a big factor. My thyroid hormones were becoming more inconsistent. I had to keep increasing my medication. My symptoms yo-yoed. I was a 38-year-old feeling like I was in the body of a 90-year-old. As you can see in the photos, I was bedridden a lot of the time. You could see the puffiness in my face as well. I was 10 kilos overweight, depressed, hopeless, and overwhelmed. And I was at the height of that not long after Matthew passed away. And it took me 18 months to get a chronic fatigue syndrome diagnosis because none of my tests came back showing anything was particularly wrong or standing out. It was just that progression of the constant fatigue, migraines, back inflammation, achy body, brain fog, tinnitus, bloating, terrible bloating in my belly. Who can resonate with those symptoms? Pop a resonate in the comments if you can resonate with that, especially the anxiety. I slowly started to come okay over the next 4 years. I realised that I'd had enough. I needed to start doing something. I made progressive small steps from severe to moderate in my health, and I went gluten-free. I had started counselling. I started to work on getting myself out of survival mode with meditation, and I worked with an integrative GP to start looking at my gut health. We've got a few people who resonate. Yeah, oh, thank you so much, ladies. You're all so beautiful. Thank you. It's not about me. This is about you. I'm trying to get through my story because I want to get to the stuff that will really help you guys. Thank you. You're all beautiful. I hit a wall though in 2019. So I was trying all these little different things. I hit a wall. I was experiencing terrible pain and swelling in my hands. I was developing rheumatoid arthritis, and I tested positive for the rheumatoid factor. And again, I was told there was nothing I could do. I would just have to manage my symptoms. Who can resonate with that? Constantly being told there's nothing you can do, so what's the point? It's a bit like gaslighting. You start to believe what you're hearing all constantly. But I just had enough. I'd had enough, and I knew that I had to do something to reverse these symptoms, especially the hands. I was just starting to make a little bit of headway, but then I was developing more stuff. I knew I had to do something before it was too late. I came across a nutritional protocol that talked more about root causes and a book, and it changed my life, and it was a turning point. And it's now part of my 4-step chronic to cured recovery method because it's that important to your recovery. And it was the last piece of my recovery puzzle. I looked at, getting myself out of survival mode. I looked at my gut health, but I still needed something to help myself nutritionally to go after the root causes. And we're talking about viruses, big root cause in autoimmune symptoms, Epstein-Barr virus, glandular fever, and now we've got COVID coming out and causing all sorts of trouble. But no one has this information to know how to help themselves at home, okay? I no longer experienced, after 6 months of making the major lifestyle and nutritional changes, using what's now my 4-step chronic to cured recovery method, I no longer experienced chronic fatigue and fluctuating thyroid symptoms. I had found balance in my lifestyle that led to homeostasis and balance within me. And that was the key to the recovery. Because we're living in this ridiculous state of modern society, and there's lots of pressure and fast-paced and, preservatives and fast food and everything going on. And we have to get back to basics and do it no matter what. Hashtag no matter what. If you're at the point now where you're ready to do whatever it takes, no matter what, put it in the comments. I want to hear it from you guys, because you have so much more power and capacity to influence your own health than you realize, okay? And that's something that I started to realize bit by bit. I had to do it all myself. It was crazy. And so I'm on a mission now to help spread this message of how much power that you guys have. I've maintained my recovery now for 3 years. I have a healthy, balanced weight, no more fluctuating weight. I lost the 10 kilos. My energy is amazingly consistent. I'm getting so much done. I'm sleeping well. For those of you with Hashimoto's, with antibodies, I reduced my thyroid antibodies from over 300 to 35. And my integrative GP was amazed. She's never seen that before in her personal experience. But it doesn't mean that it's not possible for everyone else. If I've done it, it's possible, okay? I got to travel to Disneyland. I got engaged to my now beautiful fiance, Adam, at Disneyland. I'm living again. I'm running my own business, and I am being silly again. Yes, I'm so grateful that I'm feeling things. I don't feel like a robot. Who feels like an emotional robot? That's what it ends up feeling like. You're just going through, what are they called? The little mouse trappy things. Not a mouse trap. The guinea pig wheel. I can't think of the words at the moment, but yeah, that's my silliness. No matter what, Trish, exactly. No matter what, Mish. No matter what. Alana, thank you for the love. Thank you, guys. What have you guys tried? I want to hear from you now. What have you tried in regards to your recovery and looking after yourself, or, things that have been recommended to you? There's some options here. We've got juice-only protocols. Okay, I've done all of these things, by the way. Juice-only protocols, yoga, but we're told that just do yoga, it'll cure you. Yeah, no. I'll tell you on the next step about all of these things. Fad diets. You've got to be so careful about fad diets. Okay, so careful, especially when you're dealing with chronic illness. You can't just go and try willy-nilly, going like the juice only protocols or the special protein smoothies. I've tried those. Medications, they do help. As long as they help more than they hinder, medications are good. They are a wellness tool to contribute to your recovery. And over time, you may end up being less reliant on those medications, but they're still good. Fad diets, I've said that. Strict supplement protocols, acupuncture, and of course, meditation. Hashtag tried everything. If you feel like you've tried everything, pop that in the comments. If you feel like you've tried everything, including these things, I've got a little bit of a truth bomb for you, okay? Although those things do help to a degree, they will only get you so far on their own. There is no one thing. There is no one thing. But at the moment, out there's people helping you with things, but it's only one thing: nutrition, brain retraining, meditation, yoga. They're all great, but they don't get you recovery on their own. It is a combination of natural lifestyle tools and nutrition that, when structured in the right way and addresses the root causes from start to finish, helps you recover and stay recovered. That is what I realized through my own recovery, and that is what I realized was missing when others were trying to look for their thing. Okay? Trish says medication and meditation for the first couple of weeks of my hypothyroidism. Yeah, you've tried those. Yep. Did you find, I suppose it would have helped to a degree, no doubt, back in 2009. Yeah, definitely. Health is so important, no matter what. My 4-step chronic to cured recovery method, guys, this is why I've created this method. It is currently the only method that I'm aware of that addresses recovery and supports you in this way, where I help you step by step from start to finish and beyond. I don't want to help you to just recover. I want to help you to stay recovered. My goal is your long-term health, vibrancy, joy, energy, vitality. That's my goal for you guys. That's what I want you to have, that you deserve to have. It is where I help you identify and target the root causes. No more just putting a Band-Aid on your symptoms. You'll just keep putting Band-Aid. You'll go through a lot of Band-Aids, okay? Go after the root cause and you eliminate the symptoms altogether. I help you look at all essential areas of your health and wellness. That is something else that is really important, that is missing in a lot of other methods and programs. That people might only be looking at your physical symptoms, but you need to look at your whole self on the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. They all need healing. They are all affected. Emotional trauma, stress, it affects your whole level of self. So if you've only gotten yourself to a certain degree using nutrition and you can't quite get yourself over the edge, it is probably something stress-related, emotional, mental, spiritual that we need to look at for you. Okay? And it is all outlined in my book. And it's not just me. Okay? I went through a process of doing case studies and I brought on beautiful women, and Lisa is one of these incredible women that when she started working with me, she was bloating, hormonal, little to no sleep, anxious, daily constant fatigue and no energy. She was overwhelmed. She was a single mum with 2 kids, and she knew that she had to do something, that she couldn't keep going the way she was, otherwise she'll just keep getting worse. And so I started working with Lisa in my signature recovery program. And just within 28 days, guys, Lisa's energy levels improved from a 4 out of 10 to an 8 in just 28 days. How amazing is that? And there's only so much that I could do to help Lisa. She went away and took back control of her own health, no matter what. Health is holistic. Yes, Alana, it is. I call it holistic with a W as a holistic. It's one of my little taglines. Lisa said even just after a week, her energy had risen, bloating reduced, and she can see that there is to track back to the real me. Okay? Her energy increased. She started to feel confident again. No bloating. She started to utilize an incredibly powerful wellness tool that does help. It's celery juice. Okay? Bit of a tip there. She reduced her anxiety, which reduced her stress levels, increased her quality of sleep. Lisa did that just by working with me and implementing the 4-step chronic to cured recovery method. Okay, who wants that? Who wants that? Hashtag I want this in the comments if you can resonate that that's what you want. Look at this incredible result that on average my clients went to when I worked with them with my method. This is how I know it works, not just for me, but it's for everybody. Overall, on average, my clients started with me and they were only a 4.5 out of 10 on average wellness level. And this is part of the recovery tracker, the wellness tracker that I do with you guys, so you can see what areas in your health are improving, and you can see that you're doing that. That's what you're doing. After just 90 days, their overall level of wellness improved from a 4.5 to an 8.1. Who wants this? Hashtag, I want this. This has just brought me so much joy, because this method has been structured in a way that makes sense. It's simple. And you guys who are dealing with so much are able to implement this method. Okay? Trish says, I want this. Alana says, well done, Lisa. Exactly. Lisa did that. Mish says, the support is great that you give your clients. I think this makes a difference. Thank you so much. It is like when you work with a coach, if you've never worked with a coach before, it really does make a difference. When you think about, a sports coach or a PT, everyone gets leveled up with that feeling that they're not alone, especially with someone who's been through what they've been through and they understand, they can relate to you. It is hugely beneficial. This is the ingredients, okay? The 5 core pillars that you need to find balance in your overall health and wellness with the method. So you've got the ingredients is the sanctuary of balanced wellness, I like to call it, because that's where you find your body is your sanctuary, okay? You find balance in your hydration, which is a core pillar 1. Water is so important, the right kind of water. Our body is made up of almost 70% water. Low tox nutrition and household, okay? Mental wellness, movement and sleep. You find balance in those core pillars using the method, the 4-step method. You will find recovery and you will stay recovered. And it comes through recovery habits, hashtag recovery habits. That is something that I am coining and I'm reminding myself every day. Our life is made up of little tiny habits that we can get into, bad or good, but you guys have control over that. Recovery mind and body is step 1. Recovery nutrition is step 2. Recovery environment is step 3. And recovery lifestyle is step 4. And when you combine all of those and you practice them, you get balanced wellness. Okay, and I'm going to quickly go into more detail with these. I know I'm short on time, so I'm going to keep moving. I want to remind you, all of you, that everything you need to recover is already here on this planet. I did it. I'm not waiting for any incredible invention or cure. It was already here on this planet. I just didn't know about it. I'm here to help you with it. I'm here to help you. Only you, though, can reach out and take it. Recovery starts with you. It started with me. Okay? Step 1, recovery mind and body. This is what I did. That is now part of my 4-step chronic to cured recovery method as step 1. Hashtag recovery habits, guys, okay? All of these things will become recovery habits for you that you will begin to do naturally. Recovery mindset. It is so important to have the right mindset. A fixed mindset is where you have limited beliefs, limited stories, things that whether they've been told to you or whether you're telling them to yourself, that restrict your ability to recover. If you don't believe something, if you don't think it's going to happen, you will likely not achieve that. You already put a barrier in place. So it's about moving from a fixed mindset of wherever you are at this point in time into a growth mindset of possibility. That is so important. It's one of the foundational ways to help kick off your recovery. And it's called a recovery mindset. Mental, emotional, and spiritual health. That is part of this recovery mind and body, trying to find balance in your nervous system by calming anxiety, nervous system dysregulation. We're constantly in survival mode, especially as mums, aren't we? Hashtag survival mode, especially if you're a mum, okay? It's just crazy, isn't it? We're constantly running after our kids. We put ourselves last, but we need to change that thinking. If we put ourselves first, then we have the ability to recharge and do more for those around us. So we have to reverse that thinking as well. Recovery, mind and body is about purpose, understanding, belief, and commitment. No matter what. Why do you want to recover? What is it that's going to drive you to recovery? Is it for your kids? Is it for travel? Is it just for you? Having an understanding about what's going on with your body is a huge part, delving into root causes of what's going on. And the belief. I will believe in my clients, in you guys, until you believe in yourself. I will have that belief for you because I know that you can do it. Recovery, mind and body is about how we breathe. We shallow breathe so much. So it's time to take more breath in. Oxygen is a life force. Breathe that in, guys. Get lots of that. Get high on life. Get high on your oxygen. Breathe it in through your nose and breathe it out. It's all beautiful, healing. We need to oxygenate our blood to help with the detox process as well. So, so important. It's recovery habits, subconscious behaviors, thoughts, and the mind-body connection. When we're stressed about something, we're going to feel that physically, more often than not in our gut, okay? Who gets anxious and feels nauseous and wants to throw up, gets the jitters, can't think straight? That's the mind-body connection. It is absolutely real. We have to understand that, and we have to realize what part of our behaviors that we're not realizing are actually affecting our thoughts, our mind-body connection. It's sleep quality as well. We look at balancing your sleep quality because it is so important. Sleep is healing. If you're not getting the right quality of sleep, you are certainly not able to do that self-repair when you are asleep, which the body naturally does. And some people need recovery movement at this time as well, which is just gentle movement because they need to clear their head. It helps them mentally. But that is not an imperative part at this stage. I didn't bring in movement until the very end of my recovery. This is what I did as part of step 2, which is now in my 4-step chronic to cured recovery method, recovery nutrition. It is about bringing in the right kind of food, purposeful food, to help fuel your body for healing and reduce the toxic load. So this step encompasses hydration and the low tox nutrition and household core pillars. Looking at quality water, filtered water, get rid of your chlorine triggers, inflammatory triggers, drinking enough water for your body, 2 to 3 litres a day, removing inflammatory food triggers, preservatives, additives, they all MSG, they all can create inflammation, and we want to reduce all inflammatory triggers that you guys have control over. This is all stuff you can do at home. You have the power to do this. Purposeful, delicious nutrition, eating specific food for a reason. So learning about food, fruits, vegetables, whole food. It is a really powerful thing to understand what you're eating and why you're eating it. I've gone on to study nutrition because it's fascinating that everything we have on this planet to help our body is already here, okay? You've got to look at your allergies and intolerances as well. At the point of during recovery, you want to reduce as much inflammation as possible. You might have some intolerances. You can get those looked at and tested through your medical practitioner, and then you can work through that, which will help your recovery, reducing any inflammatory triggers. That's what we want to do. Quality supplementation. I love the Vimergy brand of supplements. They are high quality, organic, they are powerful, they are potent, and they are available for anyone to buy and purchase. I love them and I utilize them in my recovery. Okay, allergies and tolerances, quality supplementation, whole food, anti-inflammatory, antiviral, simple nutritional recovery habits, #recovery habits, okay? Now, again, this is just surface stuff, but I do give you the opportunity to find out more at the end. So let's get through this. Step 3 is recovery environment. You want to look at reducing any possible inflammatory trigger in your environment. And this is what I did as part of step 3 in my recovery method. I swapped to low tox natural cleaning products. body products with no parabens and sulfates, anything that's going to cause a reaction, you want to get that out of your body. Your body's overloaded already. You want to reduce everything that's causing that overload and the barrier and stopping the body from self-healing. Chemicals, toxins, pollution, we're exposed every day, so we want to get that out as much as possible. Again, allergies, check for mold exposure. That is a really big trigger, okay? EMF exposure, even Wi-Fi. People can be susceptible and sensitive to Wi-Fi, and it can have an impact on your body and cause physical symptoms like headaches and brain fog. So you need to be aware of that as well. Step 4, this is the very last thing that I did as part of my now step 4, my chronic to cured recovery method, is recovery lifestyle. Okay, recovery habits, hashtag recovery habits, hashtag choose you. This is where you maintain the simple recovery habits that you've created from step 1 to 3. Practicing and maintaining them to cement the habits subconsciously. You have the capacity to reprogram, and it keeps your body's immunity high. Long term, we're talking about long-term health. Moving your body more, having the foundation and the tools to immediately support yourself anytime you need it. And recovery becomes quicker. Each time you might come down with a cold or a virus, but the more you keep up with the recovery lifestyle, the quicker your body will recover every time, and the less and less you will be sick and prone to any sort of chronic illness in the future. You wake up every day, and recovery lifestyle is choosing you every day. It is about choosing you, putting yourself first, so that you can amplify all areas of your health and life. The power of you. You guys, it's really, really powerful. Hashtag choose you. Choose you guys right now, okay? And you also bring in movement at that point in time as well in your recovery lifestyle. Who wants this? Look at the results. Doesn't that just look amazing? This is what I have got now that I want to share with you guys. I want you to have this. You deserve it, okay? You can have this. This is what my clients see, the freedom from fatigue and thyroid symptoms to live the life you choose to live. Choose it. That's all you need to do. Now you know about this stuff. You have a responsibility. You can live a life you desire. You can have the confidence, understanding, and the tools to recover and stay recovered so that you control your health rather than your health and symptoms control you. I want you to put that in the comments. Hashtag, I have the power. Hashtag, I have the power. You do. I did. I tapped into it. I didn't know about it at the time, but I do now. Every single person has the ability to do incredible things. That's how Mount Everest is climbed. That's how people who are paralyzed walk again. That's how we get to the moon. Okay? Now, I go into so much more detail about my personal recovery and my struggles and the method I used in my brand new book. I've got a really special offer for you guys today. And it's all laid out in this book. And I want you guys to have this. Look at this transformation. You can have this. Pain, fatigue, misunderstood, alone, mummy guilt. If that's you now, I get you. That was me. You don't have to muddle through this on your own anymore. I am here to help you and support you. I can, and you can. Energy, feeling yourself, no anxiety. Family time, quality family time with your kids. I've experienced so much mummy guilt when I was too tired to just even play with my daughter. And I value our time together now. I actually feel, for so long I felt numb towards my own child. And that's terrible, but that was part of it. And now I've got all these beautiful emotions and love coming back through. Hashtag chronic to cured. Hashtag I have the power. Go, guys. Absolutely. You all deserve this, okay? And this is just a little bit of what my clients and my readers have said about how I've supported them and the book, okay? And I've got a special offer just for you guys. You know, they've loved every minute of the book. They found it valuable. Okay, this is just a bit of social proof so that you know I'm not just talking out of my bum hole. What I am doing, what I'm helping my clients with is actually working. Okay, come back and have a look at this in a minute. You don't need to spend thousands on medications and specialists that only treat the symptoms. You don't need to keep doing that anymore. You don't need to give up your whole life. Hundreds of miracle supplements or herbal tonics, you don't need those. Harsh diets or fasting that aren't sustainable or have no flavour. Please. Recovery nutrition is delicious. That's what I help you with. Delicious. And it's simple. Hours of yoga or brain retraining. It's all too much and it's not necessary. You don't need that anymore. You only need 2 things to start. Yourself, choose you, and get my book, the 4-step chronic to cured recovery method. That is the start for you guys. As I said before, everything else you need is already here on this planet, and the book guides you. It's a really simple read, guys. That's part of the feedback that I got. I designed it that way. You just need to choose you and take action. And I know that can be overwhelming, especially when you're dealing with these chronic symptoms, but you're not doing it on your own. You don't have to, and you don't have to muddle your way through and not know what to do. So I want to share with you now my brand new book with you all. It details my complete personal recovery story and the unique method, the unique 4-step method in depth, so that you can take back control of your health at home, recover, and stay recovered. I want that for you. I wrote this book for you guys because I needed to get it out there. You know, helping women one at a time, and it's wonderful and I love it and I'm so passionate about it, but it is affecting thousands of women around the world. And so this was my way. Trisha's purchased my book. Thank you so much, Trisha. Misha's purchased it. You guys are awesome. Well, get out, if you're on your computer, get out your phones, because I've got a QR code that'll make it really quick and easy for you. And I've got this bonus. You can get my book and you can get all these beautiful bonuses. If you order via my website before the 12th of June, you'll receive all of this. These are all things that can help you start to implement these beautiful, simple little changes as part of the 4-step method right away. I want you guys to get started. I want you to feel this incredible energy, okay? There's beautiful bonuses. My annual self-care journal, a 7-day meal plan with the recipes and the shopping list. You get my recovery smoothies, ebook smoothies, underrated, so quick and easy, full of nutrition. And I also have some demos for you, some video demos on how you can start to reduce your toxic load in your home. And I take you through it step by step. You get all of that today for only $9.97, whether you're in Australia or the rest of the world. It's only $9.97, guys. I appreciate you all so much for staying with me. Here it is. Scan that, guys. Screenshot it. Scan that, and that'll take you directly to where you need to go to get a copy of the book. $9.97, you get all of that. I want you guys to start taking back control of your health, because you can, so that you can feel amazing again, so that you can feel yourself, so that you can have that energy, that quality time with your kids, so you can have a thriving business. Whatever you're doing, I want that for you, okay? Hashtag recovery recipes. Woo, you guys are awesome. Go, Laurie. You guys are amazing. Go for it. This is an incredible package. It's worth way more than $9.97, but this is what I'm all about. I want this to be affordable. I want you to start your recovery process, okay? The 4-step chronic to cured recovery method and my personal recovery story is all laid out in the book for you. Okay, did anyone not get the scan me? Did you get the screenshot? Just let me know. I want to make sure everyone scanned the QR code before I sign off. Thank you so much, Laurie. Just about finished. So if you missed that, just go back and watch the replay and scan the QR code. Thank you all so much. Beautiful ladies, thank you for joining me. If you're on the replay, if you've got any questions, I'll be coming back into the live replay and I'll be answering all of your questions. Thank you so much, all of you. I'm so appreciative. This is for you. If you please reach out, send me a friend request. I would love to chat with you. Send me a DM if you've got any questions as well. I want to be there for you in any way that I can and help you start your recovery journey. Okay, thank you all so much. You're beautiful.